Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube series where I, Tim Cruz, not an architect, find houses on social media to model up in Sketchup. This is part 2 of my first Instagram home that I can show on the screen right here. As I am still in the middle of modeling this house, I'm welcome to any feedback or any comments. Just leave them below. I hope you enjoy my interpretation of this design and enjoy the rest of this video. Next I want to look at is making the room that's on the outside. So let's start off with just drawing we'll go 10 feet by 10 feet. And we'll hit enter. So that looks kind of small. So maybe we'll come out another 2 feet. So based off of that room, it kind of looks like I need to increase the depth of the house from here to here. So it's 24 feet now. And I want to see what it looks like at 30 feet. So we'll come over and come out another 6. And then what we can do is grab the center line of the roof and move it over half of that, so 3 feet. And then we'll click. We'll select those two and move them out 6 feet. And then we can move this back over 3 feet to match the center of the house. And then we can grab these ends and do another 3 feet and grab this end and go back another 3 feet. So now it's back where we want it. We'll come back in here, delete that line. So now I'll just push-pull this just to give me an idea. So if it had, let's say, an 8-foot ceiling in there, we'll make it a block or a component. I'm going to assume that it's lined up over here with windows on this end. I don't know what that room is for though. I can see the chimney, so I'm trying to take a guess on, is this the kitchen side? Actually, that makes a lot more sense. If this was a kitchen side and the other side was a living room side with the chimney and a fireplace. But I don't know what this room would be. Maybe a bedroom, but I'm not sure why it would have this door. Maybe just a door to go outside. Maybe it's a just a storage room. And so this area right here may be a carport. And that would make some sense. So let's see. Let's just add this roof in here, and then we'll get the general size, and then we'll move from there. So I will go ahead and just time lapse this spot to get it there. Okay, now that I have that there, that kind of helps with my sizing. So it still seems like the house needs to be deeper. Even though I just made it to 30 feet, I think maybe it needs to go to 36. And what I'm looking at is like, so going back to the picture, I'm looking at this roof line right here. And then if I go back to my model, even if I put my camera in the same spot, it's close. But then the next thing I'm looking at is this window space here, and then the 3 windows that are supposed to go here. Let's just stretch it out another 3 feet, or 6 feet, another 6 feet, and then I think we should be good from there. So we'll go move this out 6 feet. We'll select the center of the roofs again. We'll go 3 feet. And we'll move the roofs over 3 feet. Double click in there. Move this over 3 feet. And move this line over 3 feet. Okay. Oh, and then we'll select the stairs and the windows again. Move over 6 feet. So another 3 feet. Alright. So I think that works. So if I move this back to be lined with the center here. Another thing I'm noticing is the height. So on the picture, the height here looks more than what I have. And this room in here already has about an 8-foot ceiling. So we'll grab this. Actually, I think this will work like that. But I do need to raise the height. So I want to we'll do 8 feet. We'll grab all of the raise from here. I want it to be 8. And then we will delete that line. Now what we want to do is I want to raise the whole top of the house. And I want to get it close to what the image is showing. So it looks like maybe 2 feet if we go even. And then we'll select the roofs and move them up 2 feet. And then we'll go back to my scene spot. That I think is a lot better. So now we can go back into the windows and go double click in there and double click into the trim, select all that, move it up 2 feet, select the windows and stretch those up 2 feet. Now I think my windows are a little bit, now I gotta back up on my camera view and then we'll update that. So now it seems like my windows are too squished and my house needs to be longer. It is at currently 24 feet. We'll stretch it another 6 feet. And then we'll stretch the roof over 6 feet. And then each of the windows would be 18 inches. Alright, so stretch that out 6 feet. And then 4'6". And then 4'6", what's the 3 feet? And then 18 inches. And then all these windows, I will need to move them back in spot and then resize them with the trim. Move this one. Select, move it there. and select this line and resize it to there. So if I go back to my scene, getting closer, I can see it. Let's go into, I want to go to the materials, and I just want to make the stairs concrete, or look concrete. And then I also want to draw, there's a small wall next to the stairs, so I kind of want to draw that in just so my camera view looks correct and I can somewhat work off of size. I'll just do 25 feet by 6 inches. And then we'll push pull that up. About there. Go back to our scenes. Move our camera back into view. Oh, we'll let it save. It's important to keep saving. I've learned my lesson plenty of times. Let's push pull this out to here, in line with the exterior of the house. I'm not exactly sure what that is. What I'm thinking it is a tunnel. It's either a tunnel that the car comes through and parks there in the port, or the driveway wraps around next to the stairs. So I'll triple click this, make it a component, and then I'll do B for the bucket, paint bucket, and I will paint it the same concrete. And then we'll just move it out 5 feet. That's kind of what I'm going for there. Yep. And then now we'll just make this bottom concrete, a floor. The next thing I think I can do, just to help give me a reference, is draw in those skylights. So I think what you can do is do rectangle tool over the roof and then hit the down arrow to let you draw on that angle or on that plane. And so what I want to give myself is a 2 foot by 4 foot. Oops. 2 foot by 4 foot. Or maybe let's make it a 6 feet skylight. That works. So we'll triple click that, make it a component. I'm not too worried on names right now for components. We'll move it over. We'll go 5 feet. And then we'll need to draw a tape line, and that'll help us. That'll let us draw up on that angle. We'll move it up. We'll go 5 feet's fine. And then we'll copy that over. We'll go 14 feet. And since it's a component, now when I update one, it'll update both of them. I just want to extrude this up. We'll go 2 inches, and then we'll offset it 4 inches. No, sorry, we'll offset 2 inches. And that should work. So I want to copy this plane, because that'll be the glass. But I want to delete it out of here. Actually, sorry. I want to extrude it. Oops. Alright, we'll extrude this through there. So now I just have the window frame. And then what I can do is right click, sorry, hold on. So I want to give the window a thickness, and then I'm going to make that a component, the frame of it. Oh, hold on, something's happening. It's freezing up on me a little bit. Alright, so we'll make this a component, and then we will paste in place our window and make that a component. And so now what I can do is do the paint bucket, and then I'll hit Alt to do the eyedropper, and I will copy the glass that I have down there and paint that. Copy the window trim color and then paint those. So now I have my skylight. So I can scroll back down to my scene and look at it and compare it to the image, and it looks okay. I think the skylights are a little bit bigger. So if I wanted to, I could just scale these up. I could do 1.5. There we go. Let's do this window and then the triple window, so we can get a view more into the house. Off of here, off of the corner of this, off the corner of the building, I'll do a foot, and then we'll make this window, we'll make it 5 feet wide, and then let's do probably 8.5 feet tall. Seems like a really big window. Alright, so now we will Control C, copy that, delete that, extrude this window frame 4 inches, and then we'll make that a component. I will move it into the wall, and then what I can do is go into the house walls and just draw a rectangle over it and delete that line right there. Or no, sorry. I need to push pull that through, and that'll give me my opening into the house. And then I can go into my window and then triple click, make that a component, and then I can paste my glass into place. So now, and then make that a component and move it back 2 inches. So there's my window, and I can grab the paint bucket. I can eyedrop the glass, place it on there, eyedrop the trim, and make the trim that color. And there we go. Got that window. So next, what I can try and figure out is how I'm going to make the 3 windows. So what I'm thinking I'm going to do is actually bring this down. Actually, no. I'm going to leave that. I'm going to copy this one. And then this distance is 10 feet. So 10 divided by 3 is what? 3'4". So we can go over from here, 3'4", and then 3'4", and then this dimension should be 3'4". Okay, so if we want to make a copy of this but not modify the original one, what I can do is right click and hit make unique, and that'll allow me, it makes that component unique. But since there's components inside of a component, I will double click those and also hit make unique, because then it makes it their own component. So now if I edit it or stretch it, it doesn't affect the original one. The other button that I want to change or fix real quick is in this. In the display tab, there's hide rest of model. So if you hide rest of model, then I can see exactly all the, or just the parts that I'm working on. So I can copy my tape line. I'll just copy and then I'll delete and go back into my window and I will paste in place. So now we need to make them, I need to paste them into my window trim. I need to paste my grid lines in here. And then what I will do is we need to make the mullions. I'll delete that one. And we'll need to copy this one over. We'll copy that from that intersection to there. And then we can push pull to there and push pull this one up. And then delete our grid line. And then this. So next we can go back into our house walls and uncheck that so we can see. And then I will draw a rectangle from over the window size and then hide rest of model. And then I will push pull that through to give me my opening. Now I gotta fix this glass. Turn this back off. Move that edge to there. And then I will copy this window. And then copy again. I think I need to copy this one. Alright. Back out of there, and we will go back into our scene. So the other thing that you can do to make it feel a little bit more realistic is turn on the shadows. And then you can adjust the time of day, and then you can also adjust the date. So and that'll affect the sun pitch. And then you can also turn on fog and make it so you don't really see the distance out there, or just make it a little bit more moody. But I will turn that off, and then you'll need to reset your scene or refresh your scene with those settings. So I'll hit OK. Alright, so the next thing that I want to do, since the exterior is almost done, is the fireplace. And what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to try to use the 3D warehouse button. So this is that online library. It's the online library where people can upload models that they've worked on. So I want to look up a fireplace. And then I guess I'm just going to scroll through here and try to find one that looks decent and is the right size. So I found this one off of the 3D warehouse. What I need to do now, because I need to get into here, into the house. So I'm going to select the roof and the skylights, and make those a group. Make group, and then I will create some tags. So this tag being element underscore roof. So we need to go to the entity info and current tag and put it on element roof. So now I can turn that off. So let's move. We'll select all this and we'll just make it a component. And now we can move it out from there into our house and rotate it. And I kind of want it centered there. And then we'll bring it up against the wall. So what else would be nice is you can copy these windows and then rotate them. And if we can see if it fits between the fireplace and the exterior wall. So now we can move it over, we'll go 6 inches and then bring it out. Oops, I'll need to make it flush there. And then we'll draw a rectangle on the exterior wall and pull it through. And then we'll take those windows again and we'll make a copy and bring it on this side and move it 6 inches away from there. Go back into the exterior walls and draw a rectangle and pull that through. There we go. I'll fix this real quick to give it a wall down here. Okay. So this dimension is 2'11". So that actually kind of works out to where like a countertop is about 34 inches tall, 36 inches. Where like that area could be used as a kitchen. The next thing we can do is just take the top of this and we'll just pull it through. And I don't know what that dimension is, but I need to turn my roofs back on. So if we go back into our scene, can't see it, but in the picture you can. So we will pull this another 5 feet and go back to our scene. So now it looks like I need to bring it down just a little bit, probably about there, so 14 inches. And then I can take the top of it and offset it. We'll go 4 inches, and then we can pull that up just 6 inches. And now it looks like we have a chimney. So another thing I need to fix is the skylight. So we'll go back into our roofs and then we'll draw a rectangle from this corner to this corner, and then now we can delete that out, and then we'll do the same thing for the other one and delete that out. And now you can see that the sun is actually shining through. Go back to our scene. Let's add this door that goes here. It's about 2 feet off of there, and then I like to just do a 36 inch door, or maybe let's just do a 30-inch door. And then I do doors at 6'8" tall. And then in here you can add a rectangle, and then we can hide the rest of the model and delete that out. One thing that we will have to come back and do is add the wall thicknesses for this room and tie it into the other part of the house. But for now, I just can move this door back, and now it's in line. And part 3 will probably be a short video where I set up the rendering site in Enscape and add all the trees and grass and hills and stuff like that. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope you learned something, and I hope I encourage you to go out and model something and be creative. Please let me know if you have any thoughts or comments on this video and what I could do differently, or if you need any help. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe if you want to see more of this, and I appreciate you being here. I will catch you next time.